So, this is the final video of racial identity crisis. Alright? Now, if you watch the other ones, I probably said some things that totally offended people, whether you're a white, Native American, black, Asian of any sort, then I probably have offended you, and I'm not going to apologize for the truth. But if I have offended you, then I am sorry. But, personally, if you're not mixed, these videos really aren't relevant to you because they're not really going to affect your life one way or the other unless you marry a person that's out of your race. So if you're black and you marry a white chick, you're going to need to know what your kid's going to face every fucking day. If you're Asian and you marry a white dude or a black chick, you're going to have to know what your kid faces every day. And that was basically the reason behind making these videos because I've had racial identity crises, but it really were kind of thrusted on me. I didn't just like wake up one day and say, "Oh, I don't know if I'm black or white." It wasn't like the Michael Jackson song where Tommy Davidson from Living Color made a parody, and so that I don't get sued. I said that beforehand because it goes, um, how the hell does it go? I made a million by the time I was 10. I wrote a love song to a rat named Ben, and now I'm making lots of money, and now I'm truly set for life. If that ain't strange enough, I don't know if I'm black or white. And then the second part goes, I'm still a virgin, and I'm 33. Even Madonna won't have sex with me, but I own my own amusement park and I hang out with Macaulay all night. And if that ain't strange enough, I don't know if I'm black or white. So, when that came out, lots of kids teased me about that. Except for the problem was, I wasn't going around not knowing if I was black or white. But kids who weren't mixed would, like, if they seen me, they would like, "Hey, did you see him live in color?" Like, yeah. And it's like, you see the one with Tommy Davidson where he does Michael Jackson? And then they break into, mm, I said, I made a million by the time I was 10. I wrote a love song to a rat named Ben, but I'm making lots of money, and now I'm truly sad for life. Hee hee hee. Woo! If that ain't strange enough, I don't know if I'm black or white. I said, I'm still a virgin and I'm 33. Woo! Even Madonna won't have sex with me. But I play with little animals and I hang out with Macaulay all night. Hey, if that ain't strange enough, I don't know if I'm black or white. Am I black or white? You tell me. We don't know. At the end, he's jumped all over the police car. He smashed every damn thing up, and then a cop comes along and he arrests him and says, "Oh my God, I really must be black." Okay, so got that out the way. But that's one of the things that I've had to deal with other people not knowing what the hell I am more than me not knowing. Because once I learned what the hell I am, things got a little bit tasty or tusty or testy or touchy. It just depends on the day. And when you're mixed, you have these issues. You will have these issues until the day you die. You will have these issues, excuse me, that your kids are gonna have. So being mixed, there's nothing wrong with it. It's from the outside looking in, everybody says just how great it is for mixed people to have two cultures or three cultures, and you guys should be happy and embrace your cultures. And that's the good part. But they don't tell you about the bad part. So I'm going to tell you about the bad part, and then I'm going to stop this saga unless someone else wants to know more bullshit about being mixed. Alright, the bad part is one, where do we fit in? If there's not more mixed kids in the school, you'll find yourself on the wall at recess because kids, before we fuck them up, will play with you. And then as you get older, because like in kindergarten to like the second grade, I had kids to play with because we didn't see color. And by the time I got to like the third grade, things kind of leveled out into going from a smooth ride to a rough ride. Because like I said, we were leading up to the race war. And the black kids didn't really want me. The white kids didn't really want me. So when recess came, I kind of was like playing by myself. You know, not with myself, so don't get that twisted, but playing by myself because there was nothing. And then I lived in the projects, so there was like maybe one white kid in the projects. Everybody else was black. Sometimes they hung with me, sometimes they didn't. White kid hung with me. I guess that was like security. But, you know, when you're growing up multicultural, most of your identity crises are caused by people who are not mixed or who aren't as mixed as you. You know, when I found other kids who were mixed that had gone through the same thing, it got a lot easier because then I knew I wasn't really alone. It's just that we weren't in the same school. And the thing with that is that, you know, kids vary depending on where you live. I lived in the city of Charlottesville all my life. Probably gonna die here. You know, up until college is when being mixed really didn't bother me anymore. But through grade school, middle school, and high school, it was a pain in the ass. You know, and the only reason it was a pain in the ass, it wasn't because I didn't embrace it. It was because other people overreached and constantly was pointing out the fact that I was mixed. You know, that kind of became like my secret shame. It was already my secret shame that I loved cowboys, and when I found out I was part Native American, it really kind of stabbed me right here. I'm like, well, damn, you know, it's kind of really fucked up that I love the people who killed my ancestors, you know, and they laughed while they killed my ancestors. And if they weren't killing my ancestors, they were raping my ancestors, which is why I'm mixed in the first goddamn place. So, you know, it's really kind of a fucked up situation. And the thing was, as I got older, I learned to accept it, I learned to deal with it, and I learned to push through. Can't really say moving on because you can't really move on when you have to live with this every day. So if you're not mixed, but you're dating out of your race, you should probably be watching these videos. So did you know what your kid's going to have to go through, and you're going to have to sit there and help them endure? Because I got picked on a lot. You know, a lot of it was racially until we got to high school. Then it was all about not getting pussy. But other than that, I'm sorry, that was kind of blunt, but it was true. You know, between being picked on because of my race or my height, like I said, it wasn't until high school where it was all about who's getting the most pussy and whose dick was bigger and who had a better range of piss, you know. But prior to that shit, you know, it was just really racially and heightfully motivated. And most people picked on me because I've always been the runt of the litter. I'm only 5'3" now. I'm not going to get any taller at 44. This is the permanent height. Because men stop growing at 18, I think. Because I know I stopped growing at like 18 or 19. I hit 5'3.5", and that was it, buddy. It was no more growing here. So being the size of the average Vietnamese woman, that didn't help. But, you know, I'm not as pretty as them. But, you know, the whole concept, you know, if you're dating out of your race, these videos will probably prepare you for the ongoing agony your child's going to face. Because your child's not going to have it exceptionally easy, but they will have a life. You know, it's just tell them to choose their friends wisely. You know, and if their friends are slightly racist, you know, tell them if they're good people, you know, you just gotta have to deal with that. Because I was a nigger chink a couple of times, so yeah, I'm okay with it. You know, I got over it, and eventually, I got more Asian friends out of the deal. Hell, I got a whole lot of Asian friends. I got a whole lot of black friends, a lot of white friends. But mostly it's because that mixed, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Either fascination or infatuation, one of those words, tends to draw more people to you when you're mixed. I don't know why that's not working here on YouTube, but it is what it is. But, you know, um, the more you know, the further you grow. The further you grow, the better your life should go. Now, that ain't always true. Sometimes the more you know, the deeper the ditch you dig with that silver spoon. And the thing with like digging your ditches or burying yourself in knee-deep dirt is that you have to find a way to cope with your racial identity crisis as well as the assholes that keep bringing this shit up. I'm multicultural and damn proud. I'm half black, I'm half Cherokee, I'm half white. Now, if you want to ask the question of which one do I relate with the most, I relate mostly to the Native American side. I honestly, truly do. And when people point that shit out, they get offended. Especially people in the family who want me to date black chicks. I don't really have an attraction to black chicks, and I've had some really bad experience with black chicks. So no, I will not date or marry any of them. And if you don't like that, that's tough damn titties. Go suck rocks. Elvis's rocks in the grave. Anyway, you know, when you aren't mixed, life tends to be just a wee bit easier than when you are. And I'm not saying like easy, like cool breeze easy. I mean like people don't get on your nerves much, or people don't come to you every time and forget who the hell you are because you look like someone else that they thought they knew. You know, everything is different for you when you're multicultural. Everything, everything is just like that much difference. It's not that like a big fucking deal. But I found it almost impossible to get discovered by casting directors. So if they're not looking for a black guy who's mixed, it's not gonna happen. If they're not looking for a Native American guy, it's not gonna happen. So when I make my films, my characters either black and Native American or black and Chinese because Native Americans are Asian. And if Joan Chen can play an Eskimo, I can play a half Chinese guy. And I love Joan Chen and I love Vivian Wu. They both played Eskimos. Vivian Wu played an Eskimo in Tales from the Crypt. She played Little Drum Beater. I know. I love Vivian Wu. Yeah. Wish I could have married her way back when I was younger, but yeah, that shit ain't happening. I love Joan Chen. She's already married. I think Vivian Wu's already married too, but Vivian Wu started making a whole bunch more Chinese-based movies instead of doing other things. So, you know, if you aren't up to speed on Native American culture, then you should probably pick up a book. Don't just pick up Google, but Native Americans are Asian. And for all of you who are of Incan, Mayan, and Aztec descent, your ass is a Native American, and you are also Asian. The only reason you speak Spanish is because Cortez was a douche, and he conquered the whole South American region. And the reason why other Native Americans try to speak English is because we didn't have a choice, because you learn English at the barrel of a gun, or you learn what dirt tastes like when you're buried for life. Anyway, I'm James Williams Jr. I hope I enlightened you a little bit, or maybe at all, in this videos. And if I have offended, you know, totally sorry about that. Wasn't my intentions, but that's the only reason I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm sorry for speaking the truth. I've given you 99.7 this time, and I hope that it scores an 11. But, you know, just remember, multicultural people, we exist. We're here and we're not going anywhere, and there will be more of us coming in the coming generations. Hopefully they won't look to me as the forefront leader of this shit, but, you know, I don't want to lead anybody because leadership takes responsibility, and I like being responsible for one person, me. Because I know I can control me. I can't control what everybody else does or says, but, you know, I will say this in closing. You know, if you are mixed, enjoy the ride. If you are mixed and you're a chick, your ride's going to be a lot more funner because y'all are prettier than we are. All right, I'm James Williams. It's Comfy Habit number 2. Be seeing you. And no, that was not me doing the Wonder Twin Powers activate. It also wasn't me doing the thing ring when Ben Grimm was a skinny teenager and became the thing. You know, just putting that out there. I'm James Williams. Comfy Habit number 2. There also aren't any multicultural people in cartoons. Thought I'd point that out before I close out. Be seeing ya. Or comics.